Okay, so we have Al and Gordon here, and myself.
Okie doke. And Alan Gordon, and you, Heather, have you all been using the system yet?
I have.
Yes, a little bit. I haven't very much.
Okay. So it's actually a good time to get, another look at this. We launched a whole new interface on our platform. You probably don't know this. We've been doing this for 10 years. We have a lot of tools that are designed to capture leads, buyer leads, seller leads, referrals. Most of those we create automatically, but I'm going to show you how to, right now, I'm going to show you how to market listings. And then I'm going to show you how to get more listings. All right. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll show you how to get more listings first because that's always the exciting piece for agents. And the other part of how to market listings is very simple. So we'll kind of look at that. You all have a login, and it's all under the Fathom Realty account. So when you log in, you get your access to your own tools. If you generate leads, you kind of uh, uh, you know those leads go to you. You can take your listings, market your listings, drive all leads to you. You can do the uh, uh, landing pages, go out and get more buyers, get more sellers. Anything you capture goes directly to you. So this is the homepage, and there are a couple of things here I want to point out. If you haven't gotten started with us, click on Get Started with Listings to Leads. There's a little bit of video here, how to set up your profile, how to market your listings, which I'm actually going to show you. Landing pages for seller leads, I'm going to show you that. And then sort of more lead gen tools. And this is all current up-to-date stuff. And what this little window here is telling you is if you click on this section here, you can go right to the area you want. So let's just say we want landing pages for sellers, right? You click that in the video.
Hey everybody, Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads, and in this video
is going to show you that particular piece that you're interested in. So the help section, that's how we sort of deliver the how-tos, is usually in video format. This is all very current. All those videos are redone as soon as we launch the new platform. So at a high level, before we dive in, but actually before I jump in, Facebook advertising is a similar kind of concept. It's an area where we're going to talk about how to create a landing page, how to edit it, and how to put it on Facebook. Okay. I'm going to go over that with you today. Open house lead gen. That's definitely, if you're sitting on an open house, if it's your own listing or if you're borrowing the listing, we have a handful of tools that are really effective at capturing leads. And we have a listing presentation, and you should have the ability, or what you should do is get into that listing presentation and learn how to just present listings to leads, not as us. We don't need to be sold to homeowners, but all the things that we do automatically are going to make you look like a marketing powerhouse. And when somebody's trying to sell their home, that's what they're really looking for. Somebody who can negotiate and somebody who can market and get the best price. And our clients love to present their listing presentations with our platform. So I'll kind of show you how you do that. But that's all helpful information there. And then the other thing, and Heather, I kind of wonder, do any of you, are any of you accessing our mastermind group?
I am.
You are?
No.
Okay. So guys, our mastermind group is kind of a secret group on Facebook for our clients. And it's an awesome group. I'm part of a fair amount of technology groups that have been created over the years. Facebook is sort of the place where realtors like to hang out, like everybody else, and they talk about things that are relevant to technology most of the time. You've got all kinds of groups out there. For us, let me see if I can show you there. Our clients are talking about, more often than not, our technology. how they're using it, what they're doing with it. They'll put questions in there, but here's Myra Jensen, and this is kind of the thing that I really want you guys to understand. Our clients often will say, I did this. I took your coming soon ad over the weekend, put $20 on it from Friday to Sunday, and got 108 leads, one request for showing so far, and just starting to follow up with everyone. I would love to see every one of our clients put something like that up there. A lot of our clients generate hundreds of leads every week, every month rather. This is a $20 ad on Facebook and has 108 leads. And I'll show you exactly the kind of tool she's using. Here's Steve on April 7th. He goes, I'm not sure that I've done everything wrong using this platform, but finally got it right. I got 20 leads in the past couple hours. So that's really our focus, right? You come in here, you're gonna see a lot of questions. Here's somebody talking about the listing presentation, right? And that people absolutely loved what we have. And we create all these tools, and if you present them to a homeowner, it is super hard to compete because we do so many things in this platform. And that's kind of, let's kind of get into it and look at it. But the point is, and the reason I'm showing you this mastermind group, I'm going to send you the instructions. And I'm also going to show you on this call how you get some of these tools and how you get them out on the internet. But I'm pretty sure you're all going to forget half of what I tell you right now. I am recording this and I'm going to give it to you. But if you get into this mastermind group, you can sort of see what people are talking about all the time, and you're going to start to realize, whoa, these tools are creating leads, and here they're showing what they're doing with them, and that's just going to help you get into it, right? So this is what you all need to do. There's a little navigation bar in blue up here. And when you click that, there is a place that says settings. And in settings, it says contact primary, and there's an email address. That's your key email address. Take that email address, go into your listings to leads account, click on support, and type that email address in there and say, please add me to the mastermind group. Our support team will see that and they'll add you to the mastermind group, and you'll get an email from Facebook into that email that you dropped in here. So that's
isn't it, aren't they, Vincent? I think they're signed up with you though with their Fathom email addresses, not their Facebook email addresses.
Yeah.
Does that matter?
No, because what you're going to do is you're going to take this email that's here, whatever this email is.
Okay.
And you're going to put it in this page here. And whatever email you have in your profile doesn't matter, because you're going to type the email that's in Facebook in this box.
Okay.
And you're going to say, please add me to the mastermind group. And that's all you need to think about. Okay. So I really would love it if you guys are in there, because there's just so much value information getting shared there, and it's going to help you get the most out of our platform. That being said, let's talk about the platform. There are two major sections in listings to leads. One is listings and how to market them, and the other is landing pages. Okay. So listings, I'm going to kind of hit that one second. We'll look at it right now, but just at a high level, we get all your listings in here. You want to manage the status. This one is just sold. And then you click into your taskbar, your task button over here. And this shows you how to market this listing at this status. So this is just sold marketing for social media, for the seller's social media. So it's a pre-written testimonial. There's a single property website for that, so you can share that to all other social media. You can put your virtual tour out. There's an e-flyer for your database. So maybe you've got a bunch of emails that you're sitting on, and you want to just put out a message, hey, this home just sold. Click here to get your home value, and then print flyers for nearby homes. That print flyer is also designed to capture leads for you as well. But let me show you what it looks like on the seller's social media, because this is a very kind of different way of using listings to leads, and our clients absolutely love it. I think it's a little bit, you'll get an email when the property is sold, and I notice here that the homeowner's email address is in there. So somebody on your end had to do that, and that means that this tool already went out automatically, and it says, "Hi, Holly and Bryant, your home is sold and people want to know. Let's let everybody know." And it gives you this message, and what that message means is, and what you should do is copy this message and copy what is between the red lines, and then send that to your client, right? And tell your client, "Hey, could you put that out on Facebook? We just sold your home. That's super, that's great. So if you could just put that on your Facebook wall, I'd appreciate it." At the time that you just sold their home, they're probably pretty excited, right? So I want you to understand what happens when you use that tool. There's this post looks just like this. Now note, I'm Vincent Meza. This would not be coming from me, it would be going from your client talking about, in this case, Gordon, right? Our home just sold and we want to recommend Gordon at Fathom and for doing an excellent job. Here's his email and phone right here, right? So now all of your client, Gordon, all your clients' friends there would see this on Facebook. That's the whole point of that. When they click, if any of their friends have any remote interest in their property and they click this, it goes right to your single property website, right? And it's just sold. And if we wait a few seconds, an automatic form will pop up like it's doing right now, because people who click on sold properties are many times thinking about, I have a home, I wonder what that sold, right? So they can get the closing price here. They can also type in their address right here and get their own free instant home value. All right. So this thing is just wired to create business for Gordon. The question is, do you get it out on the internet, right? Do you actually use it, or does it sit in your mailbox? So there are a couple of things about that particular property that I like and that I don't like. I'm going to click on it again so we can see it. And that is that the lead gen is talking about just sold. But you see here when it says search all homes for sale, that is actually pointing to Heather's website. Because when we set up the office, and the agent needs to kind of log in and manage their own stuff, right? So let's get a little bit deeper in that so that we can take full advantage of that property. First of all, I don't know if you noticed, it would kind of go, when this page pops up, I cannot go away from this page as a consumer without giving you contact information. If I click continue with Facebook, that means that Listings to Leads reaches into Facebook, gets their name and email. You saw the primary email in my account, and we would deliver that to Gordon. If instead he wanted to use this, type in your name and email and phone, you can, and then click send to me, right? So there are two ways of capturing leads. One is I can fill out a form, and two is use Facebook Connect. This Facebook Connect has been very, very powerful for almost, for as long as we've had it. That being said, with the recent news of Russian meddling in elections, this button is not getting clicked in some areas as much. I'm still seeing a lot. The folks that I just showed you were actually using this button. So you got to kind of test it, but know that you can also manage that inside your profile. So I want to show you how to manage that, because you can actually say, I want all my tools to use email, or I want all of them to use kind of Facebook Connect, Facebook registration. The other thing is there is an option for you to have a little X up here on the right hand of this box, so that if you just want people, you'd love to get their lead there, their contact information, but if they don't want to put it in right now, they can click a little X, and it would close that and go back to the page. This page, at the way it's configured, the consumer cannot go back to your page unless you get the lead. And so you kind of drive people away. And I actually am not a fan of that. I'd rather they can close this and they can look at it. And then later, if they feel like, yeah, I want to get my home value, they can click it and you got a better chance. So do you understand what I'm saying there? And
Yeah.
okay. So I'm in I'm logged in, I think, as the office. But there are a couple of things on the profile, and you each have a profile. Up on the top right, there are, I'm going to click here, preferences. Preferences, it says forced registration, and forced registration is what that account is set up for right now. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. Heather, are you okay with that, or do you really like forced registration?
No, I'm glad there is an option to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it either.
Yeah. I just, some people love it, but I'm just not a fan. So I'm going to turn this off at the office level. This may not affect each of you as an agent, so you do got to kind of log in and do that. Enable Facebook registration means that the Facebook Connect, that little blue button, shows up as, the number one way of capturing a lead. You could turn it off, and that would present a form where they have to type their name in and phone. And that has worked very well, but I think Facebook registration is way more powerful. So you can do that, and that's kind of, how that is. So I'll save those preferences. That might just be for the office, so that may not affect each one of you. You may have to log in and notice there's sort of a walkthrough here to show you what's going on this page.
So they each need to go into their profiles, though, and make sure their websites are in there, so it's driving to them, not because it's defaulting to mine.
We're going to get to that next, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go to edit for Gordon's property, because I think that also at the listing level, I can click on advanced settings. Now, I can set this up at the use global settings from profile. And so if you use your profile settings the way I just changed it, that would affect that forced registration. So that's what that means there. Excuse me. So let's talk about, let's see if that's actually going to affect it. I'm going to click on this again. And let's see, I'm going to pop that up, kind of force it up. So that's not affecting that forced registration for that, because we kind of hit that profile and we made those adjustments there. So let me ask, Gordon, do you have your own website?
I do.
Well, how would I find it?
It's gordonwalker.fathomrealty.com.
Okie dokie. Cool. These are Zillow sites, right?
No, they're REW sites.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will tell you one thing that I like about websites when we're driving people to your website. There's a couple links here, and let's just say Greeley. If I land on Greeley, what am I looking at? We'll know in a second. I'm just sort of talking to myself. Yeah, I'm looking at all these properties. Gordon, if I start clicking through this, I'm noticing these are sold properties. Will your website ask me to register at any point?
Only if you set that up, and I don't know If he has, I use a Zillow site. These guys use the REW site.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if their preferences are set up for that. Mine, I think you do after a certain period of time. I think it's after maybe 5.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
That I really prefer. Okay.
Okay.
Because if somebody has looked at one of our tools, and this is actually on your website, so it's not a good example. If they're looking at one of our tools and they're looking at, let's just go here. They're looking at the single property website, for instance, or they're looking at a listing landing page. If they're looking at it, they had to click on it. And so we know that they have some interest in property, but they may not want this exact home, right? And so that's kind of the nature of what's going on, right? So we know they're interested in property, we just don't know what. So if they took the time to click on a side link, and because I can't I don't want to log out of this and log into Gordon's account. Because I can't affect it, I can't stop that thing from popping up. But over here should be some links. This home is in Johnstown. There should be a Johnstown Homes for Sale. And if somebody clicked on that Johnstown Homes for Sale and landed on Gordon's website, I would think after 5 clicks, you know that they're interested in property. That's a good time to ask them to register. All right?
Right.
So I'm clicking next on Gordon's website right now. And there's Johnstown right there, right? So I'm going to let you figure out in the back end after this call what goes on when a consumer lands on this site. Do they get asked to register? But this link right here, gordon.fathomrealty.com/homes in Johnstown, I'm going to copy that link. And I would want all of you to kind of do this for each one of your listings. We're going to click on edit. You can do this in the lead links section inside of your own account. You just type in, I'll actually do this right here. I'll paste in the link. I'll call it Johnstown Homes for Sale. Is it Johnstown or Johnston?
Johnstown.
Okay, Homes for Sale. And if I check this box here, that will make it, at the profile level, it'll make it a default link. For you, you may not want all of your listings to have Johnstown Homes for Sale. So you got to kind of think which ones you do. But I can also check this box here, and that'll say the next time a listing comes in Johnstown, give it this Johnstown Homes for Sale and point it right to this link on this page on my website. So that's how you set it up at your account level. But let's go back to the listings and let's kind of, I'm not going to save that link because I would rather do it here. So I'm going to click edit for this property, which is Gordon's. And I'm going to close this. And there's a section right here that says lead links. And it's this big wordy thing here. I am going to get rid of this one, or at least make it not the default link. And also this free home values, that is Gordon's. I can actually see it says Gordon W. That's his username. So that's Gordon's real link. All right. When somebody clicks on get your home value, this is what shows up. And this is a great tool to capture a lead. Gordon, you would probably want to log in the background and change the background photo. I don't know if this looks like your neighborhood's, but you can always do that. So in this section on your listing, you can do this. You can say Johnstown Homes for Sale. Paste in that link. You could type in a note if you want. You're the only one that sees that note, but I'm going to make this active for this listing. I'm going to click up here twice more. And I'm going to say search all homes for sale. which is the big net, the widest net, right? Free home values is lead capture for Gordon. Let me ask you, Gordon, in Johnstown, there's a price point where if I put a home for sale, it's in contract in a week. If I put it above that price, it sits on the market for months. What's that price point where everything flies off the shelves?
300. Yeah, 300 to 400.
Okay, so I'm going to say Johnstown Homes under 400K, just like that.
Okay.
And this page is actually driving to all all Johnstown homes, right? It would be ideal if that link only dropped you on homes that were under 400K in Johnstown, but at least it gets them close. And then that's Heather's. I'm going to click on this page, which is going to get us to the front page of Gordon's website. And that's where I'm going to push search all homes for sale. So now I'm saving this. This means that there are 4 links that are going to become, must be alphanumeric. Oh, okay. I'm glad we're doing this. It's probably not taking that $sign. Good. Okay. We need to get that changed. That you should be able to put a $sign in there. So let's see. If I go now back to tools and I say I want to look at the single property website, you're going to see that I have links in here. And let's click this eyeball so that we can view it. This is the tool. We haven't been able to stop forced registration, but notice when I click Johnstown Homes for Sale, what happens? I get taken off of your listing to your website. And ideally, your website is configured to capture some buyer leads. So when you put in price points like this, and like Johnstown Homes from 2 to 300, Johnstown Homes from 3 to 400, and Johnstown Homes above 400, I have seen many of our clients get a 50% click-through rate. The average click-through rate, which means when somebody looks at a property and they click one of those lead gen links, the average is about 20%. Because when somebody, NAR will tell you, when 1 out of 400 people who sees your home online actually wants to buy that particular home. But like I said, if they clicked to get on this page, they're interested in property. You just don't know what. So those price points, that's how we really think. We all love homes, but we also have a budget we have to pay attention to. So making those with price points in there can really help you out. Does that make sense what we just did there, making those links kind of work?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I think we'll watch some videos on that.
Yeah. When you there are videos in here over to the right, and you can't see it from the screen. There's a little light bulb, and that light bulb is always relevant to this page. So right now, we've got Gordon's listing ready to capture leads, to either capture them right on the website, on the tool, or to drive them to his website where maybe he can capture more buyer leads. So what I want to do now is just go to the task list. So just as a reminder, the real key thing for capturing the most amount of leads is setting the right status. In this case, it's sold. Setting the right lead generation links, and that's where you edit, and then going to tasks. And from task, you just go over here and it'll drop you on the current status, and it says social media post and ads for your social media. So here is one thing that I'd like you to know. We would definitely want you to get to market your tools, our tools, to your social media at every status. And just sold is a great one because it's designed to capture seller leads for you. So you can say, this button here is how you copy, and this is how you see it. So I'm going to copy here, and I'm going to go to my Facebook wall, and this is what you would do. You just paste it right on your wall, and you would want to put something kind of interesting. Hey, you know, I just sold this beautiful
multiple hours in 24 hours.
Oh yeah. That is key information. If this home sold, or you know, it went in contract in 4 days.
4 hours here.
Yeah. If you got 10 bids, and if it's sold above asking,
yep,
or if it's sold above the Zillow estimate, this is all super important information for you to tell people. And when we click it and post it and share it, now all of your friends see that. And that means you're a successful realtor, basically. You help somebody sell a home, right? And if your friends click on this, well, this single property website pops up, and you kind of know that this is now wired to capture leads for Gordon. All right? So once you've done that, you can check this box right here. Now, Gordon, I'm going to check this box just so we can see it, but I don't know if I can uncheck it. So if I can't uncheck it, you need to come in here and share this single property website the way I just did, okay? So I'm going to check mark is done, and it puts the date right here. So now when I close this, I know that I did the first step of my task list.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah. Now I'm going to, so I can deselect it too. So that's cool. So Gordon, you got to get in here and do that. The next one is seller social media. I showed you how that looked, but let's just do it again. This is going to go, in this case, it's going to get automatically emailed to your client. You should call your client and send this information to them again in case they didn't do it. And I would say, client, actually, I did that, right? We did that a few minutes ago. So that way, when they do it, all of their friends and family see that you were their agent. And that is great because if they click on it, well, it's going to capture leads. But really, that's going to help build up that referral base for you, right? Now, this home is just sold, so you really should have been doing that when it was maybe coming soon, when it was just listed, when you did the open house, when it went under contract, and when it's just sold. That means that your clients, friends, and family and colleagues that they're communicating with on Facebook would have seen your name and office name multiple times. That's really the whole, it's a key point of listings to leads. And then if you go down the task list, I'm clicking on it again, that shows you every step you got to take, right? And if you have questions, there's a little white light bulb up here. It'll show you exactly how to do that. All right. So that's how you market your listings. Make sure first, I'm just going to repeat myself. Make sure you got your use edit and you get the right links to your website so that those lead gen links are going to pop for you. And I didn't mention it, but let's see if I can do it real quickly. That's not cool. Oh, I forgot what I wanted to show you. So, change the status, make sure your lead generation links are right, and then get the tasks out, right? Just follow the tasks. So there are some other tools on this page. I want to show them to you. The agent listing website, each of you has this in your account. It has all of your listings. You can see it here. I'm logged in as the office, so it has all the listings for the office. It would have all the list. It would have your contact information here, and it would have all your listings right here. And when I click on these, it brings me to the single property website. And as you can imagine, this single property website is designed to capture leads for you. So if you've got Zillow reviews, they'll show up over here, and there's a little form here to capture kind of home value. Give me 1 second, guys. I got some background noise here. And sorry. This is your page, and probably it's a page that Heather never looked at, right? I'm going to show you one of our clients who, every client has this page, and this is his page. He's down in Florida, and I want to point out what is going on with his links. This guy is down in Southwest Florida by Naples, and he is from Chicago. And there are a lot of people that live in Chicago who want to get the heck out of Chicago in the winter. So he actually has a link, a lead generation link that says moving to Southwest Florida, right? And he markets this, and you can see what he's telling you. Do you really want to deal with this again, right? So the point is, you can make these lead generation links work for your business. Gordon's business may be kind of different from Heather's business, right? And this guy here, Neil, he's on some national program that helps first-time home buyers go from lease to purchase. And so he actually creates a link to sort of engage people on that, right? And so I don't know what's going on in your business, but you can create those links to really take advantage of that. And like I said, on the listings page is the client review website. The agent listing website. Client review shows your website from your reviews from Zillow. Is anybody there capturing reviews on Zillow?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
So I'll show you mine. But let's see. On the profile, you can actually check that you have Zillow reviews, and it will look at your email address. And let's just go look at that real quick.
I think I have like 30 that show up or something like that.
You get 30 reviews?
Yeah.
Wow, that's huge. That's awesome. I'm going to take us into my account real quick because I do have Zillow checked off. Because it's actually, if you're getting reviews, and that's awesome, Heather, because I've actually spoken to folks that just can't get people to give them reviews. And Zillow reviews, it's kind of cool. It's a nice thing from your clients to do that for you. But they kind of sit on Zillow, and I have to really be interested to do some, due diligence on looking for information on, excuse me, on agents. We're not really about that. We're about getting important information in front of people. And so if I click on this eyeball here and I'm on the client review website, this is what it looks like. This has my contact information, my favorite lead generation links on the left, got all my listings on the right that are going to capture leads for me, and all my reviews right here. So if you get a review, the next time you get a review, Heather, and you might be able to do this for some of your past ones if they're recent, copy this link and go to your Facebook page and say, tag your client. And say, thanks for that great review. Enjoy your new home or something like that, right? You're I'm sure you're friendly. And then paste in the link. And notice what it looks like.
I have been on that one.
You've been on this. You've seen it. You've used it.
Yeah, I've seen this, but I think I got there and didn't realize how I got there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that, to get to that tool, and just so you know, it looks like that, but that's not the point of it. When I click on that, I mean, it is point, because you're basically, you've tagged your client, all their friends now are going to see that, and if they click on it, they're going to see all your reviews and all the homes you have for sale and all your favorite lead gen links. Okay? You get there by going to listings and clicking the button that says client review website. You do need to go to your profile first and check that you have Zillow reviews, and then that will be active. All right?
So does it pull in all of your Zillow reviews or just like 5 or something like that?
I think all, but I actually don't know the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, well, so there's 5, and then I can see all reviews.
Okay. Oh, see, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's kind of the listings page. So let's now talk about what we do, and let me, since we've been working with Gordon's listing. Gordon, what's the #1 town where you are trying to get more listings?
Probably Johnstown.
Okay.
Well, let's just go to Johnstown.
Okay. So Gordon should log in here, and you would all want to do it the same way. Click landing pages, and the landing page you want is Property Valuation Plus. So select that and click Add Landing Page. And it creates a window right here, location, type in Johnstown. That's all you got to do, and click Save. And at that point, it drops you on the edit page for that landing page. And I know earlier I showed you a free home value, and it works fairly similar, but it had a big picture of this suburban neighborhood in the background, right? Now, you are in, is it Johnstown, Colorado?
Yes.
Now, I'm just kind of taking us on, not a wild goose chase, but this is what I would do. I would go to images, and let me ask you, in Johnstown, are there any major landmarks? Is there a downtown street or?
There's a historic old town.
Okay.
Probably be this one to the right on the top left.
Okay, hold on, I'll back up. Is this it here?
Yes.
Okay. So here you can right click, save image as, I'm going to save it as asparagus, and then go back to property valuation, and it drops you right on the background area where you can upload an image. Okay? And if I upload an image, I can put in asparagus, and it'll upload that, and I can click save. And Gordon, do you use a CRM?
What was the question?
Do you use a CRM?
It's in the backside of the REW website, but I don't know that he's using it yet.
Okay, so then that you can.
I use Wyandotte.
What's that?
I use Wyandotte, so mine go right to Wyandotte.
Yeah, and that's the point. So why I'm asking that question, Gordon, is I'm going to actually fill out this form, and we're all going to see what it does. And you may see my name, Vincent Mesa, in your CRM, but I don't need a home in Colorado right now, or to sell my home. Okay? So.
But he should get an email from you, right, if you fill out the email portion.
I'm sorry?
But if you give him your email address, it's going to pop up in his email.
That's right. He is going to get this contact information. So let's do that. Okay? So all the consumer has to do is type in their address. All right, it has to be a residential, can't be commercial. And if I click get the value estimate, it then shows me, hey, this is where your home is. And that's, we designed it that way to get the consumer comfortable that you know what you're talking about, right? So the first thing was you showed them a picture that says, I know your area, right? Now, if I saw that and I know dead on that this is historic Johnstown, then that works. It looks a little generic to me, but you guys live there, so you know what it's going to look like. The next part of the page is that your home on the map? And that is my home on the map. So if I say, okay, then it says, we have your report. What's your email address? And what are you interested in? Well, I'm thinking about selling. View my report. This now reaches, in this case, I'm not sure because I don't know your settings, but there are 3 options for this. One is a Zillow estimate. The other is onboard infometrics. And the other is no estimate at all. It just gives them an auto response and a thank you and says, we'll get that number and give it to you. So you can test out what is more accurate, Zillow or onboard. And if they're both like way off the charts, you can just say, I will get you that answer and shortly. But
we use Zillow typically here.
Yeah, so that it is there. So I just kind of want to speak to that because I think for some agents, they're like, well, why would I do this if Zillow's there and I can go, excuse me, they can get this answer on Zillow all the time, right? So a lot of realtors think like, why would I even do that? And here is why. This page is now all about Johnstown. You want to capture, and I'm going to go back and click view one more time. I want to take this link up here, and I don't want to put it on Zillow. Zillow is a great website. I think the traffic is about 150th. It's between 1 and 200 in terms of traffic on the internet in the United States today, right? So it's not the top traffic, but it's top traffic when you're thinking about real estate. The top site in this country and as of the past 3 seconds is Google. YouTube is number 2. It's almost impossible to capture traffic on YouTube. And Facebook is number 3. And people spend a lot of time on Facebook. So that is what we talk about a whole heck of a lot at Listings to Leads in our training, right? And so let's go over to Facebook real quick. And I'm going to run an ad and show you how you should be running an ad, each of you, at least once a week. All right. And let me ask you, have any of you run an ad on Facebook before?
I run a ton of them.
Great. Are you getting any success, Heather?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I took a marketplace one too, and for various categories.
Yeah.
So those work well.
Yeah, and we hear incredible things on Marketplace.
Right.
I'll show you that before we get off the call here. So if you've never done it, it's gonna kind of give you a prompt to put in a credit card because you have to pay for ads. But it's very powerful. So let's look and see why. You start up here. There's a little navigation bar on Facebook, and you want to click on Create Ads. And I need you to really pay attention, especially if you've never done this, because there are a lot of options and some of them are not really in your favor. But if you read it, you think, oh yeah, that's what I want. But I want you to understand that when you run an ad with our platform, every time you want to use traffic. And what that means is I'm going to create an ad that's going to drive traffic to whatever website I want. In this case, it's this one. So you should really be running 2 ads every week. Every weekend, you should run a home value ad. Is it April? Yeah. Campaign name is only for you to see. So if you're running ads every week, you'll want to know like what ads are getting more clicks and what ads are getting more leads. In this case, I know it's Johnstown value and I did it in April, so I'm going to kind of have something to go back and read later on. I'm going to click continue, and this page here, you'll notice on the left, the objective is I want traffic. The ad set is where we set up really the bulk of it, and we're looking at it right here, and then how you make that ad look. This is actually, these two sections, ad set and ad, are way important. In the audience, this is why it's super powerful. You can type in Johnstown, Colorado. Now, if you were doing an open house or just listed or just sold or something about a listing, you might want to leave a radius of 25 miles, right? But because this home value page is only talking about Johnstown, you want to say they got to live in Johnstown. Now, if you want to, grow your business in Loveland, go, create another landing page for Loveland and do this same thing for Loveland. Okay. Now, I don't think there are many 18-year-olds that own homes in Johnstown, Colorado, so I'm going to just use a bottom of 30. And what this is doing is this is saying reach unavailable. That's weird. That's weird. Is Johnstown, it is a town, so for some reason there's no reach. That's really odd.
So I think it falls under the number. Isn't it like you have to be 6,500 or more, something like that?
Oh, really? Okay, so
yeah, it's a small city.
Okay.
So I think that's why it's. But you still get some because I run them.
Okay. Okay. So I need you to be. Here's the thing that you need to think of. With Facebook, and I'll kind of boil it all down at the end, but I need you to see and understand now. You want to run ads to build your brand, and you want to run ads to get more listings. This ad is to get more listings. And so when you're running an ad to get more listings, you want to stop on placements and you want to say desktop only. And what that means is that the consumer has to be sitting at a desk, right? Like this. You want to change it. You always want it to be lifetime budget. I recommend you make this a $30 ad. And you always want to start when you're trying to get listings on Friday, and you want to end it on Monday. Wow, they've actually made some changes on Facebook. Wow, they used to kick you out 30 days. That's awesome. So they make it a little bit easier for you. So this ad is going to cost you $30. And unfortunately, I can't see the estimated daily reach because you're in a kind of a small town. My guess is a couple thousand people will see that ad for $30. You click continue. Yeah.
Scroll up before you continue.
Yeah. Okay. What would you like?
I also go in and exclude. It's on the prior page.
Yeah.
I go in and exclude realtors
Yeah.
and anybody that has realtor as a job description.
Yeah. So where we set up that city here, Johnstown, and above 30, like Heather said, you can say detailed targeting, and you can say anything like realtors and other bad people, right? And just exclude, right?
And I also will type in under the first one, like I will type in home ownership.
That's where I exclude.
Yeah. So I type in home ownership on that one, and then I exclude realtors. I will even set that down to exclude local real estate companies, Remax, Keller Williams, all of that.
Sure.
Because I don't need them clicking on it and spending my money.
That's true. That's true. So you can exclude people like that. I do, I kind of, the demographics are powerful. sometimes you self-select people out and you make your target super, super small. You don't want the wrong people clicking on it. But I don't always know if homeowners always works. But you can certainly do that.
It all changes for different things. Like I will do one that's renting. So if we do a home buyer class, then we select, who's renting out there, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great. Yeah, it sounds like you're pretty savvy with that. So, I'm going to let you run with that. And if you see something amazing, then go on. So now we get into the ad content. This is, these are the pages. My real estate one fell off for some reason. You want to choose the business page that you're going to run that ad on. It's going to be sponsored by that. You want to run a single image ad. And then down here it says, where do you want the destination? Where are we going to send that traffic to? We want to send it to this page. So I'm going to copy that, go back here, and I'm going to paste in that link. You click the blue bar and it pushes that page in. And notice it says, recent home values have affected your home value, right? That's okay. It's not great. I'd like to give you an idea of what is really great and powerful. 10 homes sold in Johnstown last month. 500K was the high. And the real moneymaker is click here to get your automated home value in less than 15 seconds. So you can the first sentence, you could put many things there, right? You could say whatever you think is really important, right? Maybe interest rates are low and homes are really selling fast or whatever. You have it in there. But click here to get your automated home value in less than 15 seconds. It's really code for people. And it's saying, I can get that thing. Oh, it's automated, which means I don't have to talk to you. I get it in 15 seconds. And since we're all AD now, that's awesome. And it's free. And we all love free. All right. So down here it says, what is your Johnstown? I don't know what that means. So I could actually click here and say free Johnstown home values. And now that button over here says that, right? And wherever they click on this ad, they get dropped on this page. And you now know what this page is designed to do. When you click down here, when you've got this written right and the picture is awesome and I know what's going on, you can click confirm and Facebook will tell you, we're going to review this, and in about 15 minutes, they'll push it and make it live. At the end of the ad, in this case, it's Monday, you are going to get an email from Facebook that says, congratulations, you ran a successful ad on Facebook. Now, what that means is you succeeded in giving money to Facebook. It does not mean you got any leads. So you need to look at that email and it's going to tell you a couple of things. It's going to tell you the reach, and the reach means how many people actually saw it. Then it's going to tell you website clicks. And website clicks meant that they clicked on this ad and then they dropped here. And if you capture the lead, well, we email that lead to you immediately and you should start the conversion process. If you run an ad and you don't get any clicks, you've got two things that are not working for you. One is that language, and two is that photo. Okay? So if people are not clicking, it's not compelling enough. If you get clicks, but you get no leads, that's typically because you ran it on mobile. you didn't click placements, and you didn't say desktop only. Do you remember when we did that? We click on ad set and we go to placements, and all devices means mobile and desktop. And when you're trying to get listing leads, I really recommend you start with desktop. All right. So those are really the kinds of things that's the trouble. That's what you need to understand. You're going to get a message from Facebook. They're going to tell you, you got this amount of reach. They'll tell you how many web clicks, and they'll tell you your cost per click. What we're seeing typically is a click for a seller lead like this kind of ad costs anywhere from 75 cents to $1 a click. When you run an ad for buyers, open house, just sold, just listed, that can cost 20 cents a click. So we just got a message. I could pull it up on my email. One of our clients ran this ad with $100 and got 100 listing leads over a 4-day period. This is working right now across the country every day of the week. It is the number 3 website in the country. And if you're thinking about growing your business in real estate, I recommend you think about building a brand on Facebook and getting leads off of that. So how you build a brand, it's pretty simple. You want to use 1 or 2 of our tools, right? And I'm going to click on tools. And you either want to go, when you see social media posts and ads, either use the single property website or the listing landing page. All right. This is the listing landing page. It's one big picture. It's got a little bit of detail. If you want more detail, I got to click continue with Facebook. This is the single property website. And the single property website has all, my great lead gen links, all that. So I'd like you guys to understand my view on when to use this. And you might want to write this one down, Heather. If a home is coming soon, just listed, active for sale, or open house, I recommend that you use the listing landing page. This is great for capturing buyers, just like that. If a home is pending, under contract, or just sold, I recommend that you use the single property website. I think it's better designed to capture listing leads. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Would you say that? Vincent, would you say that again?
Sure. Before I say it, though, I'm going to create an open house. And then you will kind of see why I am saying it. All right? I'm going to click on edit for this property in Haiku. And I am going to go to open house. And I'm going to say that open house is on Saturday from 1 to 4. And I'm going to save it. And
is this going to give the countdown?
What?
Is this going to give the countdown?
Yes.
I love that.
I do too. So we're in my account right now, and you notice I got all these statuses. We really want you to take advantage of the statuses because the call to actions, the lead capture forms, are different for every status. So now I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. When a home is coming soon, just listed, active, or open house, use the listing landing page. When a home is pending, under contract, or just sold, use the single property website. Okay?
Yep.
So now my property over there in Haiku is open house. So let's click on tools. We could click on task, but this is just, we're going to go straight into social media. And remember, I said if the home is open house, use the listing landing page. it defaults to listing landing page. And notice there's this like ticking time bomb situation because an open house is time sensitive, right? So it shows one big home, one picture of the home. It's telling you this open house is in 4 days. And if I want more details, I can click continue with Facebook. So let me click this. And when I click this, I want you to watch the center of the screen. A little window is going to pop up. Window pops up. Oh, I got to continue as Facebook. I got to continue as Vincent. And what that is doing is that reaches into Facebook and gets my name and email and delivers it to you, the agent. Now, if I was logged into Facebook, because I'm on Facebook all day long, it would have just popped up and went away. Notice I now landed right on the website. So I got all the details about this home. That's one of the 5-6 tools we designed for open house marketing. So when you have a listing landing page, you can click this copy button up here. And I'm going to go back to Facebook one more time. And you can say, hey, I want to create an ad. And when I create an ad, we're going to start over. I'm going to go a little bit faster this time, but I am going to slow down on the important differences. What's the same? We always want traffic. We're always driving traffic to a listings to leads tool. So we click traffic. We change the name to, I'm going to say open house, Johnstown, date. Nobody sees that except you. And then placement. Sorry for jumping around here, guys. Let's see here. I think it skipped. So let's type in Johnstown one more time. Colorado. This time it says Johnstown plus 25 miles. You may want to do that, right? You may, where you live, that might be acceptable. You would think people would drive that far to see a home. You probably don't want 18-year-olds, so I'm going to say, you got to be, just save time, over 23 years old. And the estimated daily reach is about, 1,000 people? Maybe 1,100 people a day. You can exclude realtors. Automatic placements is what I recommend. This means that the ad can now go on mobile. And a lot of people have Facebook as an app on their phone. Here's a mind-blowing number for you. 30% of all online time on cell phones is on Facebook in the United States. So I don't know, because I kind of don't know how to say that in one sentence. But all of the time spent on the internet, on cell phones, on smartphones in the United States, 30% of that time is spent on Facebook. So I do recommend that when you're building a brand, you say automatic placements. Lifetime budget, just $20 for this. And run it for 4 days. I don't recommend running an ad for longer than 4 days at all. So click continue. Paste in your link over here somewhere. And here, now you can say something nice about this home, right? It says get current prices, details more. Do not use that. Please do not use that language. You gotta wordsmith it, right? There's something great about this home. It's awesome, new kitchen, great schools, whatever. But whatever you type in this box shows up on the top right. Open house this weekend. Right? And whatever I type in this box shows up down here below. All right? So when the people click that, well, they land on whatever tool we're trying to drive them to, right? In this case, it would be, I think, driving. Oh, I got to go backwards to get there, but to that. So the point of that ad, and we can kind of see it if we go up to the previous page, is 1,000 people are going to see that, and they're actually saying, and the reach is not so, but it's about 1,000, and maybe it's 900 to 1,000 every day. It's a 4-day ad, so that's about 4,000 people. Let's be conservative and say 3,000 people are going to see this ad for $20. And if you think about that, I don't know where any of you as realtors gets to get your name in front of 3,000 people for $20. If you got another place to do that, I would love to know that. So what I tell people, and what we tell people every week, is every week you should run one $20 ad during the week, sponsored by your business page, talking about a home for sale. It's coming soon. It's open house. It's just listed. It's just sold. It's under contract. Whatever status, and you can change the status on the listings page. It does not have to be your listing. You could borrow that listing to do it. And then every weekend in the same area, tell them you can get your home value here. Get your free home value. So we ran those two things. I'm going to give you one more idea of a background picture here before we kind of wrap this up.
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Of course.
So you are running home value ads desktop only, and then you're running all of the other coming soon, just listed, actives, open houses, automatic placement, so they could be desktop or mobile, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. It's just because the process, we went through the process of the house lead capture, seller lead capture. Our page, this page, is mobile optimized. But I got to tell you, that what makes this page work is the background picture and the map we show on the next page. Because you got to think about what we're asking people right on this page. You are asking people for them to give you their address and their contact information. Who in the heck wants to do that? Nobody really wants to do that. Okay. If you land on a website and it says give me your name and your phone number and your address, you're gone, right? So in order to create comfort, a background picture like this lets me know, I know you know my area. I'm not signing up for a national spam campaign, right? The next page shows us, here's your home on a map. Is that your home? Yes. I'm even more comfortable. I know you know the home I'm talking about. So when you tell me, can I have your contact information, I'm kind of almost sold on it, right? Just so you know, 80% of people will walk away, even though you show them their home on a map, they will not want to give you their contact information. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Heather, I don't know if you're using this. Do you know that we have the integration with Cole information?
I use it, but I did not know that.
Okay, so if you already use it, great. We have it. It is an add-on, but every time somebody gives you an address, even if they walk away, we dive into Cole and we get the contact information that Cole has. And Cole is like, it's like an online phone book of homeowners. So you get their contact info, you get the last sold price and stuff like that. Not every time, but 60 to 70% of the time. And since listings are so important, people tend to love that.
Well, a lot of times, at least if they put the address in, you get that captured. I will then go in and oftentimes reach out to them by sending them something in snail mail that says, hey, noticed you were interested in your home value, here it is, and I'll actually just mail it to them.
Yeah, no problem.
Because you're already getting their address, you know they were interested, they didn't want to fill out everything else, so I will snail mail them their home value that way, because they did, and I'll thank them for,
course.
getting on the site and doing that.
Of course, yeah. And that is exactly the right thing to do, Heather. That is exactly the thing to do. Those people are interested. They just want to cough up their contact info. There are other ways to get that.
Right.
Right. So,
yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to point out, and this is just, what that background picture is actually hugely, hugely important. And I am not too jazzed about this background picture. This may look familiar to you, but it doesn't ring a bell for me. But I want to kind of point out a little bit more further on this, because realtors have certain ideas of what they think is going to be powerful in advertising. And this was used. I signed up Coldwell Banker in Summit, New Jersey, and their manager came back to me 30 days after a call like this and said, Vince, we're running ads all over, we're getting leads, but the number one picture that's capturing leads is this diner. And that's because this diner has been in that town on Main Street for years. This is a small town of like 25,000 people. Everybody resonated with that. And so I just want to mention that to you, because it may not be what you're thinking works. All right?
Okay. I'm sure we could find something like that for Gordon and Johnstown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's kind of it. There's more in here. I want to point out that there's a support page that if you have any question, put that question right here in this box, and all of our support people watch that. And that's the fastest way for an answer. I also want to repeat what we started the call off with earlier. Please, please, please get in our mastermind group. It is so awesome. I'm really proud of it. I'm really grateful that our clients are that forthcoming in sharing things, because our clients are really focused on capturing leads, and we create a lot of tools, and we stay on. It's just where we focus. If something's happening in lead gen, or something is changing in lead gen, we are on it all the time. So get to be part of this. Heather, I'm going to upload this video of this call to YouTube today, and I'm going to send it with the instructions on how to join this mastermind group. Okay?
Perfect. I have one other question for you.
Sure.
I tried it, but I have a Gmail email to put the find your home value in that, and it will not accept it.
Yeah.
But can you walk these guys through how to put this as their email signature, so as they're sending it out, their clients can click the link and go to those?
So let's go to listings, and I think that's where it is. Let's go to widgets. Let's go. Sorry, that's a great question, and thank you for stumping me. That is technology that is super awesome. And
it used to be under something like bio or something, email.
I found it. You got to go to your profile, and under account it says lead gen signature.
There you go.
Lead gen signature becomes your signature bar. And when you to change these links, you do that by going to lead links. And whatever your lead links are checked over here as default, these become the links that show up on your signature bar. Now, you can copy this for your email and go to your email and embed it. And what happens if some of these links are too long, it doesn't fit. And that's what's happening.
And I remember getting rid of all my links, and it still doesn't fit.
Yeah. Have you gone to contact support?
No, I will now though.
Yeah, because that question gets asked probably at least once a week. I unfortunately don't know the answer to what it is, but I know they deal with it all the time.
Okay.
So I would just say, hey, I'm trying to use this. Can you tell me what I'm doing wrong or whatever? And they'll help you there.
My mastermind group, I went back and searched it, and that's how I knew to take out some of the links, because the mastermind group was saying take out some of the links, but it's still not working.
Yeah.
I'll go report now.
Yeah, or I would just go to the to the support page and say, hey, oh well, they can't. If you wanted, you can give them the login to your Gmail and say, hey, could you log into my Gmail and put that in? But they'll probably just give you the instructions on how to fix it. Okay. So lead links, all your leads are here. You know, I'll just to repeat on the listings, make sure you got the right lead generation links for your listing to maximize that. Choose the status and go straight to the taskbar and just follow the steps. Oh, last thing on that. If you go to the task list, you can actually, if you can take this on a listing presentation, it'll blow your prospects away. You can also just click generate PDF, and that'll give all of these tasks all laid out in a long list. And that's going to help you convey to other people what you're doing to market this home. This will have your banner up top and just goes through all of the steps you're going to do to market their home. That, I think it's the PDF is not as exciting as this thing is, because it's basically saying this is every step I'm going through, and then show them what a listing looks like on their system, right, in your account. And our sellers absolutely love it. So, any other questions?
The other thing I've done with mine is upload a picture of their house before I got there, and then have them text the number, and their house pops up.
That's awesome too. Yeah, that's great. We do have text ID.
Because they're like already marketing it.
That's right. And it just shows how much you understand technology, and you do have to be, really coherent. When you're selling a home, you're really marketing a home, right? So the more you can speak to that, the better.
All right. Any questions?
Yeah, a lot of questions.
Yeah. I'll tell you the one secret to listings to leads. It works if you use it. If you don't log in and you never use it, it just sits in the internet. But this thing generates hundreds of leads for our clients all over the country, in large towns, in small towns, in places where people are buying second homes and all kinds of stuff. And the Facebook thing, I always hear, like, I think it's fished out, it's over, I see it all over. Every day of the week, I got clients saying, we're getting just a huge amount of leads from Facebook. So get involved, use our platform, pay attention to our mastermind group. This can only help you grow your business. And we will do everything we can to help you do that. Everybody, thanks for your time.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, Heather. We'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Okay.